So welcome to Thursday's live. So today it will be more about the men. So this is like a men version of our Thursday expansion. So tomorrow we have a full moon in Taurus. So Taurus is the second house. So it's all about stability and grounding things and anchoring things down and all the things to do with the second house. So there's an open workshop for the men that will be starting after the moon has finished waiting. So after the full moon, when the moon is waning, we are going to start a gentleman program, which is a workout program at the same time. Now let's talk about the divine masculine. So in today's world, we have changing expectations of masculinity, because in today's world, it's okay for people to argue that traditional masculine trait, things like strength, like back in the days we used to have these masculine energies or traits or characteristics of maybe strength or what you can call bravery. So the stories would be about how brave men were. Or in today's world, we don't rely too much on physical strength. We are now more on the back pocket energy or the money. However, that is not the divine masculine, okay? Because the divine masculine is not about what you do physically. It's not about going out and getting your hands dirty or about the muscles, okay? You can be working in tech as an IT expert, aka you are working from home. You could be working in what you call positions that don't require what you call physical prowess, okay? So your skills do not need what you call physical strength. Maybe you are in finance. So those domains don't require what you call physical energy or physical prowess. So what is one of the solutions that you can be having? I like giving people the questions, what is happening, and then of course the solutions. No need to leave it hanging. So let's say you are working in tech. Let's say you work in finance. So this is a question that I got where someone was asking me, I want to be masculine. However, the work that I do does not make me masculine. I say there's no thing that you can be doing where you don't find the masculinity inside you, or what you call the divine masculine. So let's say, for example, you work in what you call IT industry or finance, okay? So the way you practice your masculinity, if that is the kind of skills you are involved in, whereby you don't need to move muscles, you don't need to move things physically, okay? Then you have to focus on skills. So these are like the divine masculine skills that you can do even when you're stuck in, let's say, IT. So these skills have to be like problem solving. So problem solving is a masculine role, is a divine masculine role. When you go to the Bible, there's that story of two women who had children, both of them. So the women had children at the same time. There's a spider walking on my dashboard right now. So that's a web of lies. So there's someone who's weaving through a web of lies and they are watching right now. Otherwise, there'd be no way a spider would be walking on my dashboard. Now, or the Ouija board. If you want to call it the Ouija board, it's all a board. It doesn't matter. Because a spider has 8 eyes. Wait a minute. This is a spider. What is this? Yeah, it's a spider. It's actually a jumping spider, like the one you see on American Gods when it's starting. So we are talking of deceit, and we're in the 8th month. Anyway, back to the live. So, and we're talking about problem solving. So, problem solving, leadership, emotional intelligence. Okay? So if you're working in IT as a man, or if whatever business you are doing does not involve a lot of physical movement, so you don't shake the ground, you don't work in the field, you don't clear the compound, you don't sweep the compound, you don't do anything physical, masculine, okay? So if you don't do those kind of physical prowess, then you can practice the same divine masculine energy by becoming a problem solver in whatever institution you are working for. So let's say you're in IT. Look for something in that IT where you become the problem solver. So people have to come to you because you solve that problem. That is very masculine. Okay? Because it is, or you can even compare it to leadership. So whatever thing you are doing in general, based on the fact that you cannot work physically in today's world, okay? Maybe you're working in finance, you're in banking, so you're moving money. Then practice leadership in that, or what you call emotional intelligence, or knowing when to regulate your emotions. You're following? So I'm just answering him. Let me see if he's watching actually. No, I can't see. I don't even know if he's watching, or I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know how many people are watching. It's saying 14 people. So now, a few days ago, or a few years in the back, when it came to masculinity, okay, we needed to have what you call physical preparedness, whereby if you are a man, then you have to be always prepared physically for any eventuality. It doesn't matter. You may go somewhere and you're just passing by and ukute kuna nyama. So you need to be physically prepared. You know what I'm saying? So in the past, physical preparedness, aka you being ready to fight, carry a shield, carry a spear, or be ready for whatever. When you compare it with the reality, aka the fact that maybe one day you might need to be physically capable in an emergency, is not always realistic. Because today, if anything happens, you can call the police. If anything happens, you have the ambulance. If anything happens, you have other people who are skilled who can come through. So it's not just about you. So that physical part where you always needed to be ready, prepared, when compared to the reality of today, is gone. Is gone. So it's good to be physically prepared, but it's unrealistic. Okay? Unrealistic. Let's say someone does not go to the gym. Okay? So this is someone who rarely exercises. So this is someone who doesn't even walk. Maybe all he does is sit. Okay? So he may not be prepared for a real crisis when it comes. So the solution for you as a masculine is to look for or engage in what you can call regular physical activity. Look for Krav Maga classes. Look for someone like, I think his name is Mufasa from Rongai. He's teaching boxing. He's doing an amazing job with the youth in Rongai. Look for someone like that. Like, you have to enroll in a self-defense course, okay, whereby you are learning to maintain what you call readiness. But the readiness that you are learning in joining Krav Maga or boxing or taekwondo or sports or running or walking, that physical representation of readiness, okay, even if it's not immediately necessary, aka in reality you may not actually need to use it, however, it's a trait. It's a trait. And that trait helps your brain to solve problems quickly in an emergency. So kitu inaweza kutokelezea in today's world whereby you have an emergency, so maybe you need to sell something, a stock or something you have to get the money. Now, based on the fact that you are masculine, that you engage in physical activity, then your mind has an advantage over someone who doesn't exercise on how to come up with a solution. So rafiki yako who doesn't train may see the need to akope loan akitumia nyumba yake ama gari yake, regardless hiyo gari ndio inapelekanga watoto shule, unaona, because he's not thinking quick, he doesn't exercise physical, which helps him in the in maintaining that readiness, because when you are working out you're always ready. When you are boxing you're always looking out, dodging out. So you are training your mind to be always ready for something. So that ready for something becomes the problem solving skill, how fast you can do it, because there are some people, no matter what happens, ata chukua alone na ata sail through. They'll always find a way of getting through. Keyword, going through. True spirit is about going through without bending, without losing too much of your footing. God respects you when you have that kind of energy. The hustle spirit, the consistency, na vitu kama hizo. Now, in today's world, to be real or realistic about the world that we are living in today, okay, that traditional masculine man is not required by the society for its survival. So back in the days, the society relied on the Shaka Zulus, the Rwanda Mageres, or the men who were strong to protect them. Okay? That was the traditional masculine figure or characteristics. It was for protecting the society. So here we are talking about utility and personal fulfillment. Okay? But just because you're not living in that world of survival where traditional masculinity was needed, that does not mean that those are worthless traits or things. No. That idea that men should only be beautiful, like the concept where the world looks at men as they have to be useful, that can be very limiting. That can be very limiting. Where you are living now as a man and you feel useless because you're not fulfilling a certain part. Okay? Because as a masculine, you had that trait, whereby the trait from a traditional point of view was you are masculine because those characteristics of masculinity are needed in the society for survival. You would go for hunting, na vitu kama hizo. But that is no longer there today. So the society doesn't look at strong men like men who would be there to defend the society. They have CCTV, they have the police na vitu kama hizo. You get what I'm saying? So when you have that feeling of you don't know how to fit that role, okay? You don't know how to fit that role. So the solution will be, I'm looking in that direction because I can see my cat trying to, kuna tabia mbaya sana. Na yeye anataka kuingilia kwa mlango ya kitchen. It's very sneaky. Inaitwa silo. Yeye anaangalia huko. So the solution now for the man would be you pursue what you call personal goals. Okay? And these personal goals look for passions that can provide what you call fulfillment beyond mere utility. And this is where men need to start doing things like project cards. Unaonanga mwanaume ameenda amenunua ka Land Rover ka 109 akana kitu ni kaboard kamebaki tu engine na miguu na chassis na logbook. That is what I mean. So you pick something, okay? When you are doing that thing, you feel useful. Not to the society, because the society doesn't care about you anymore. They no longer need your muscles to protect them. They have the police, they have the army na bullshit kama hizo. No. But because that is a trait you have as a gentleman, as what you can call a divine masculine trait that is dying. So this, I want to show you how to rekindle your divine masculine. Mwache kukua feminized boys. So you think drinking akina Kavura na mamzinga, at now that makes you a man. Now actually alcohol is a downer. That actually puts you down. Now, so look for a project car. So this is going to give you a personal goal. So you have never played the guitar or you have never played an instrument. So all of a sudden, go into that. Even at your age, buy a guitar. You can afford a guitar. Ni mzinga moja. Ingia YouTube, how to play a guitar for the first time. So that trait that you'll be getting, which is providing fulfillment now, beyond mere utility for the people. So you are doing this for yourself. So this is a creative project. Or if you can't do that, then look for something that involves the community. Okay, today I'm all about men. Okay, so this is for real men. The boys, you can keep scrolling. This is not for the boys. This is for men, aka people who can drop their balls and create a community and offer solutions. Okay? So look for something that involves the community. So pengine hapo kwa mtaa yenu kuna wase ucheza ball. Unajua? Kuna wase ucheza ball. So endo wanunulie ball moja ya leather. You know what I'm saying? Buy them a leather ball. Walete mtumba. Pea wa maboys wacheze. Watakuinvite hapo wakwambia mkubwa bonga ball ucheze nao kidogo kidogo utajikuta uko hapo. So you are doing something for the community, and that heals that wounded part that has been wounded, whether you know it or you don't know it, because you don't find what you're supposed to. Down to TikTok. What is this bullshit? Oh, so maybe they are not tapping the screen, so ndio maana ina behave hivi. Okay, so because the society expects you to do those things and you can't do those things, so look for things that are going to give you that fulfillment. Community involvement, nyumba kumi, whatever you are doing, okay? Because it's going to heal that wound where they don't care about you now as a man to protect the community based on your energy and warrior energy, like how it was supposed to be. Okay? So, men again. In today's world, you can become a useful idiot, okay? Whereby you are conforming to the society. So you need to have what you call personal values, okay? So you can be a useful idiot today when you're a boy, when you don't know this, because this is not taught in school, okay? Because you're doing things without questioning. So there's these societal norms where you do things without questioning them. So you are blindly following a trend. So kuna trend imetokea TikTok. Your eyes, your face, they shake. Umeingia unajichocha. So you are following a trend without your personal reflection, which makes you lose your individuality. So, since we are a world that is governed by trends now, what is trending? So, there's a jacket kana trend, unataka kuvaa kwa jacket ndio atukae entrepreneur ati yakanika gotigasi obani. So, hiyo ni trend. So, you are jumping into trends, okay? things that are trending for a short bit. So you don't have your own values or purpose. So you can come up with your own style. You can come up with your own style of dressing, never seen before, that other people can emulate or copy or make fun of, but it's you. Because you don't always have to conform. You need to have your own personal values. And in the world that is governed by what is trending, men have lost their personal values. So you all dress the same. You all wear the same. You all drive the same. You all drink the same. There's nothing that can distinguish you. There's nothing unique about you. So you have no own values that are just your own values. So you don't have a purpose that you can say, this person, indi purpose yake, he has a vision and a passion for something. It's new. No one can describe it. You try to press it in Google, aingiani TikTok, aingiani YouTube, hakuna mahali inaingia because it's something new. Okay? But that is what you should be doing. Find your own value. Find your own purpose. Okay? Always be critical of societal expectations, what they expect from you. Always be critical of what they expect you to be to them. Ati tutengenezee video hivi. No, hiyo ni yenyu. Okay? That's not me. Ati video zako ungekuwa na edit unatumia kamera. No, hiyo ni yenyu. Okay? That is your societal expectations. Don't hate the messenger. Take the message. Okay? Why? Because I don't conform. I have my own personal values and you don't have to like them. Okay? Because that's a part of the divine, masculine. When you are masculine, you need that. You need that original thought or Adams or hermeneutic or Sonic the Hedgehog or what you call Thanos. You need to have your own thoughts and feelings that are unique and original. There's no original thought because you are tapping into the conscious waters. But if you can bring something new into the world, then transmute that which is there to be one of a kind. And that's very masculine. Because that is how you'll be redefining greatness. We need to redefine greatness. We need to redefine what is seen to be great in this world. Greatness is not money that we can wake up one day and it's changed and it's inflation and it's gone and it's no longer usable. It can no longer work like it used to be. That's not greatness. Greatness is only remembered for their contributions. Whatever you contributed to this world is what will be remembered. And that is greatness, not your money. Do you know how many billionaires and millionaires we have forgotten about? Akina Jenga Karume. As an example. When is the last time you remembered his name? He's gone. He's not known for anything. But you'll always hear of Mama Lucy Kibaki Hospital. You'll always hear of Wangari Maathai Memorial Park. That is greatness. And that comes from your contribution beyond basic survival needs. Okay? So, be a historical figure. No one has said that history has to stop. No. You can still make history before you go. Watch ile history unasoma. You see, this is where now Africans are left behind. You think because you read history, that is gone. No. But you are creating history today. The Gen Z are creating their history today. Those martyrs created their stories today. They will be history. They will be read about. Though on the negative side, they were martyrs. They marched to State House. But history is being made today. So where's your part on that history? Significant innovations. Nani alikuambia innovations imeisha? Get on TikTok today. We are still coming up with innovations. People still designing hanger. Hanger imekaa miaka 10. Kuna mtu amedesign hanger ya kukunja. So ukikunja, baada ya kuweka hanger inakula space, sasa inakula half the space. It's called an innovation. that will go down again in history. Again, ni mzungu wako nayo, si Mwafrika. Societal changes should be celebrated. Muliona Shakira amemarch up a town. There's a mural with a picture. Do you know what it means to have a mural? It's spiritual. She may not know it, but she's making history. There'll be a mural forever of a girl holding a flag, hata kama ajijui. Shout out to Shakira. Okay? But we are talking about men now. Redefining greatness for men. Men no longer know what it means to be great. As a divine masculine, you should strive to make meaningful contributions that align with your personal values. We don't have to agree with them, but as long as those personal values align with you and they are meaningful contributions, as long as they align with your personal passions, and your aim is to leave what you call a positive impact on the world, then you are redefining greatness. Sasa. So shout out to my men. Let me see how many men who are watching. Just 12 men. But it's okay. This happens. You know, when you are kicking knowledge, this world is not for knowledgeable people. Okay. So 90% of the world is lost anyway. So shout out to the 10 people who are watching. Each one teach one. Do have a beautiful Thursday expansion day. And venye si usema, create greatness and redefine your divine masculine. We're in a new world. So for a lot of people, they look at this like it's nonsense. No. But for those people who know the kind of world we are in, this is very new. It is not in schools. It is not in churches. Welcome to the new world. Ciao, ciao.